You ever open your banking app and feel confused? Not panicked, not broke, just confused. Bills are paid. Nothing is overdraft. Yet somehow, there's never as much left as you think there should be. And then you notice something. Your money isn't disappearing in big, dramatic chunks. It's leaking out in neat, polite monthly payments. $39, $72, $118, $249. All reasonable, all manageable, all agreed to while you were calm. And that's the part nobody talks about. The most dangerous financial decisions aren't made when you're desperate. They're made when you finally feel okay. Because the moment you stop panicking, the system changes how it talks to you. Nothing is expensive anymore. Everything is just per month. Your phone isn't $1,200. It's $33 a month. Your couch isn't $4,000. It's zero down. Your car isn't $58,000. It's what payment are you comfortable with? And here's what really messes with your head. You probably make more money than your parents did at your age. You're more educated. You're trying harder. So why do you still feel stuck? Why does it feel like every raise disappears? Why does stability never turn into freedom? My name is Mike, and I spend way too much time thinking about money and why regular people keep getting trapped by it. And if you ever wonder how you could be doing everything right and still feel permanently one surprise away from stress, this video is for you. Because today we're talking about the monthly payment trap, the quiet system that doesn't make you broke, but makes sure you never get ahead. Now, before we get into how this trap works, let's be clear about something. This isn't about stupidity. It's not about irresponsibility. And it's definitely not about lattes. This trap works because it feels smart. It feels controlled, adult, responsible. And that's exactly why it's so effective. Let me paint the bigger picture. Most people think financial success is about reaching a number, pay off the credit cards, build a small buffer, get to the point where you can breathe. And when you finally hit that point, it feels incredible. Your shoulders drop. You sleep better. You stop checking your balance before every purchase. And that's when phase 2 begins. Nobody warns you about phase 2. Phase 1 is survival. Phase 2 is optimization. And optimization is where the system eats you alive. Because once you're no longer desperate, everything gets reframed. Spending isn't reckless anymore. It's affordable. Debt isn't scary anymore. It's strategic. Commitments aren't burdens. They're lifestyle choices. The monthly payment becomes a language of adulthood. And here's the trick. Monthly payments don't ask, can you afford this long term? They ask, can you survive the short term? Those are very different questions. The system doesn't care if future you is boxed in. It only cares that present you doesn't flinch. Banks don't sell price. They sell comfort. Apps don't sell cost. They sell ease. Dealers don't sell totals. They sell what feels good today. And you know what? It works. Because after scarcity, comfort feels earned. You tell yourself, I've been responsible. I deserve this. I'm not splurging. I'm upgrading. It's only a little more. And every single time, the commitment becomes permanent, while the relief is temporary. This is why the monthly payment trap is so dangerous. It doesn't blow up your life. It freezes it. You don't move backward. You just stop moving forward. Now, let's talk numbers, because this isn't just emotional. It's mathematical. The average American household today is juggling more recurring payments than ever before. Not just rent or a mortgage. That's obvious. I'm talking phones, cars, subscriptions, warranties, insurance add-ons, financing plans, and by now, pay later balances that quietly turn into permanent line items. Individually, none of them are outrageous. Collectively, they form a cage. Here's the part most people miss. Fixed monthly payments reduce flexibility faster than they reduce cash. You might still have money coming in, but you have fewer options. Lose a job? Harder to adjust. Want to move? Payments follow you. Opportunity comes up? You hesitate. And the cruel irony is that most of these payments were justified as making life easier. Reliable car, better phone, peace of mind. But Peace of mind that's financed is temporary. Eventually, it demands more. Let's talk about the psychology behind this. Humans are terrible at evaluating long-term cost when short-term comfort is involved. Our brains are wired to survive now, not optimize later. So when someone shows you a big, scary number, you resist. But when they shrink it into a monthly bite-sized amount, your defenses drop. This is why nobody asks you, do you want to spend $85,000 on transportation over the next 7 years? They ask, can you handle $790 a month? Those two questions describe the same decision, but they feel completely different. And once you say yes to enough of these small decisions, your financial life becomes rigid. You become excellent at juggling, at timing payments, at keeping plates spinning. But you stop asking the most important question. Is this actually making me freer? Now, quick pause. This is education and entertainment, not financial advice. I'm not your advisor. Talk to a professional before making major decisions. I'm just explaining the game, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's break this into 2 phases, because this is where everything clicks. Phase 1 is getting stable. This is where you're careful. You're cautious. You respect money. You ask, do I really need this? You delay gratification. You feel every dollar. Then you cross a line into, okay. And phase 2 begins. Phase 2 is where your emotions betray you. You don't feel rich, but you don't feel afraid. And the absence of fear creates space. Space for justifications. Space for upgrades. Space for commitments. You stop thinking in totals and start thinking in payments. And the system is built entirely around that moment. Because stable people are the most profitable customers. Desperate people don't borrow well. They default. They panic. Stable people, they commit. They sign long contracts. They accept add-ons. They normalize obligations. And here's the biggest lie of all. That being able to afford the payment means you can afford the thing. Affordability isn't about income. It's about resilience. If one payment disappears, can your life adjust? If the answer is no, you're not wealthy. You're leveraged. Let's run a simple example. Say you add $400 a month in new commitments once life feels under control. That's $4,800 a year. $48,000 over 10 years. And that's before interest, before inflation, before opportunity cost. If that same $400 was invested consistently, boring, automatic, unsexy, the difference over time is enormous. This is why studies consistently show that average investors dramatically underperform simple market returns. Not because the market fails, because behavior does. People don't fail on day one. They fail after relief. They load up fixed expenses when things feel good, and then they have no room when things get hard. Now, let me tell you 2 stories. Alex and Jordan. Same income, same age, same starting point. Both finally reach that I can breathe stage. Alex celebrates by upgrading life. New car with a slightly higher payment. Better phone plan. A few finance comforts. Nothing outrageous. All reasonable. Jordan celebrates by doing nothing. Same car. Same spending. But Jordan makes one rule. This number is the floor, not the finish line. Alex measures success by how comfortable life feels. Jordan measures success by how many options remain open. 2 years later, Alex is confused. Income went up, but stress didn't go down. Every dollar already has a destination. Jordan, meanwhile, looks boring, but boring is powerful. Jordan can say no. Alex has to think. When something breaks, Alex reaches for credit. Jordan reaches for cash. Same income, different structure. That's the difference nobody explains. The monthly payment trap doesn't destroy you overnight. It just slowly replaces freedom with obligations while telling you you're being responsible. So here's the playbook. Simple, unsexy, effective. 1. Protect your floor. Whatever number finally made you breathe, treat it like sacred ground. Not spending money, not upgrade money. 2. Build growth before lifestyle. Money that compounds quietly buys freedom later. Lifestyle commitments demand income forever. 3. Be suspicious affordable. If the first thing mentioned is a monthly payment, ask what the total cost is and what it costs you in flexibility. 4. Remember the real goal. Money isn't for stuff. It's for options. The real catch isn't that monthly payments exist. It's that they make being stuck feel normal. And once stuck feels normal, freedom starts to feel unrealistic. Protect your first number like it's the floor, not the finish line. Because real wealth doesn't show off. It breathes.